Hey everybody, welcome back to Guns and Gadgets, the premier source for Second Amendment news. I hope your Saturday was excellent. This evening I want to do a quick little roundup of two topics to get you guys up to date, up to snuff with what's going on as far as the gun grab. Let's jump into this one here. We'll start out with the good news. Ohio. There have been two bills filed, one in each chamber in Ohio for constitutional carry. Now, I know everybody who lives in Ohio right now is jumping up and down, shaking a fist, saying, Jared, we already have constitutional carry. Well, you don't have constitutional carry, you have permitless open carry, which is cool if you like to open carry, but most people don't for a lot of reasons, and nobody's version of why they do things is incorrect. However, two bills filed are for permitless concealed carry. Currently, Ohio requires a permission slip in the form of a license to do that. And there are two bills that have been submitted, again, one in each chamber, and they will be linked down below. On the Senate side, it's SB 215, filed by Terry Johnson from District 14, and there are 8 co-sponsors. In the Ohio House side, it's House Bill 227. Good show, where my friends from the late 80s, early 90s at 227. That bill, it was submitted by Thomas Brinkman Jr. from District 27 and Chris Jordan from District 67. I feel like this is an episode of the Hunger Games. 22 co-sponsors, and both of those, well, put it this way, there's a big push to get these done this 2-year session in the Ohio legislature for obvious reasons. Now, you're going to hear all the naysayers say it's going to turn us into the wild, wild west, and people will be slaughtering each other in the street. It's never happened in any state that's gone to constitutional carry. Look at little old, Vermont. They've had it since the start of the world, and they have never had an issue. In fact, they're always one of the safest states in the union. So those have been passed. Those have been submitted, but the wild card is going to be the governor. Governor DeWine in Ohio, he hasn't really said whether he is for constitutional carry or not. Now, the governor in Ohio did sign the Stand Your Ground law last session, which is always good when people's rights are expanded instead of restricted by government. I mean, they don't give us our rights anyway, so they don't have the right to do either, all in the name of safety. But he did also look for ways to expand the government's right to, or the courthouse's right to, or ability to take guns from people who were addicted to drugs or had mental health problems. So we'll see where he stands. He hasn't really said whether he's pro constitutional carry or not. Remains to be seen. Links are down below. If you're an Ohio resident, say that 5 times fast. If you're an Ohio resident, links are down below for you. Call your state senators, state reps to push this along. Now let's go to it's not even bad news, it's absolutely ridiculous news, and we're going to go to Pennsylvania for this one. There's a bill in Pennsylvania that was recently filed that looks to serialize every single round of ammunition, and that's not all. Now this on the screen is House Bill 1786. I'm not going to read the whole thing to you, but I'm going to put here on screen the memorandum which was distributed in the House, and this is what it says. This tells you everything you need to know about the bill. Now, the first paragraph I'm not even going to read because it's a bunch of BS on how many shootings there are and how we got to save the world. The second paragraph you need to pay attention to. For this reason, we will be introducing legislation that would require ammunition manufacturers to encode ammunition provided for retail sale. It would also require manufacturers to provide ammunition serial numbers to the Pennsylvania State Police, who would be responsible for keeping a database on all encoded ammunition sold in Pennsylvania. In order to fund these new requirements, a tax of 5 cents per round of ammunition would be imposed on all non-law enforcement ammunition sales. We, the people in government, are better than you peons. We don't have to do this. It's just for you, you heathens. Individuals would be able to file a tax return for a credit of 0.5% of the gross amount of the tax paid. By maintaining a record of purchases of ammunition, our law enforcement officers will be able to easily trace the ownership of any ammunition involved in a crime. The real reason for a registry, to track every round of ammo. This proposal is a much more reliable method of forensic tracing than current systems like ballistic fingerprinting, since determination of a bullet's code does not require any special skills or equipment, and it serves as an objective identifier. Estimates suggest that Americans buy 10 to 12 billion rounds of ammunition per year, blah, 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 blah. Well, Actually, there are a lot of sophisticated machine requirements here because you want a different serial number on every freaking round. 12 billion of them. There's no database that your state police will be able to handle that won't go down, that won't be screwed up, that won't be used to confiscate. It's just not going to happen. It didn't work in California. It's not going to work in Pennsylvania. It's pompous, it's ridiculous, and it's only a way to try to disarm you. Now, Stephen Kinsey, Kinsey, of District 201, Philadelphia, is the brainiac behind this submission. I suggest you reach out to him, especially if he is your state representative. Clown. So that's the update here regarding good news and bad news. Ohio constitutional carry is on the forefront for your legislature. It's going to come down to the governor. I believe it will make its way through both chambers because of the makeups of those houses. In Pennsylvania, they want to just serialize every round of ammunition that's sold for retail, but just not their rounds, just your rounds. Good for thee, but not good for me. Guys and gals, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate you taking the time to watch. If you haven't seen Guns and Gadgets, maybe this is your first time watching, please consider subscribing. This is where you'll find Second Amendment news on a daily basis, and I look forward to bringing that information to you. Till we see each other again, be safe, stay vigilant, carry a weapon, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care, everybody.